Hello everybody, I want to give a little update on what's happening along our beach, along our shore, outside of Iloilo in the province in the municipality of Tigbawan. I want to show you here in front of our place and down at some of the neighbors' places here. So let's begin this video and I'll just kind of walk you through these different scenes that's been shot off of camera phones. So Marvin shot this right here. This is in front of our place at Las Conchas del Mar. This is the floodwaters behind the sandbar, and that's the waves going up there. There's our gabion cages, boat ramp, and down to the neighbors and where her family and all lives up in those coconut trees right there. The sandbar saved us in front of Las Conchas del Mar at the subdivision, and the gabion cages definitely helped too, but we were the only ones that was spared. Just in front of us at the subdivision and going down towards Solimar resort down there, and then it tapered back in and everyone's taking it hard. So let's look here. You can see it's all flooded there. The water has actually receded some now. It was worse than this because the full moon had also pulled up a very high tide to go along with it. We'll move on forward here in just a second and you're going to see on down by Miller's house. So this is down by Melinda's family and down by Miller's there. That's a drainage. I poured that concrete wall to help out the local municipality in the barangay before, and we made these concrete breakers there. Our old house is right behind this house. It's a white house sitting behind Miller's there, but we have made these breakers before to slow down those big waves coming in. But luckily right here the sandbar was helping a little bit once the tide receded, but there it is there. This is why we got moved out of there in the past. It was just a temporary house anyway. Right next door here is Mok's place, where you see the old truck tires and all. That's where Mok and his family and Ambin and all live, right up in there. And it looks like they may have possibly took some flooding and damage as well. So you keep Mok and Ambin, two of my Monsoons, you keep them in your thoughts and their family and all as well, for all of these people. So this is after the sandbar tapers off, and this used to all be houses and trees here, and you'll see it's losing more trees. See the coconut roots exposed. You see the yellow roots there exposed to a tree right now. That tree is anytime probably going to fall over all of these here. And this used to be a whole grove of trees. I can see some septic tanks exposed there. Yeah, lots of loss. Those trees used to go way out. The beach was out further, and there was houses in there. Now this is another neighbor there. They tried to get their boats up and save their boats, and the water's come in so far. That is their hollow block home, and you'll see it here. And you'll see the water is rushing up, going right through where their house is there. And it's really sad. Those trees will continue to be lost too. Say, when I met Melinda, all of that was still homes. Now this is in Melinda's family's area over there, and that water I'm sure is well contaminated with septic waters and all. You're going to see a couple round wells that the flood waters is up to the top of the wells there, and it may have contaminated their wells also. You'll see here in just a second. You'll see two round rings with the clear water in them right there. Those are two hand-drawn wells that they just drop buckets in. This water's pretty deep right here. Absolutely is. Like I say, it has already receded some, and look at the waves crashing in there. This is all right down by us there. It is sad to see this happening. Yeah, lots of damage. Look at the waves, and like I say, this is the shot after it was at its worst. This is after it's already improving. So this is why we built our house so strong. Look at the fence right there. We started a couple years before we even built the house of digging in deep, putting this deep concrete retaining wall, backfilling with clay. There's our gabion cages, and you can see we don't have the same action. This is all shot at the same time. Marvin shot this. You do see a lot of trash floated up and stuck on that cyclone that those gabion cages are made out of, but it has really helped us. But we built in some lines of defense before we ever built that house. We knew we were going to have to do that when we also started losing coconuts and everything across the front, and we watched the beach disappear. Where you see the front of that sandbar, that's how far out just the normal beach used to be. The neighbors right next to us, they have posted some pictures of the water rushing through their house, but we sit at a way higher elevation than what they do, so we have a lot more protection than they do. You can see our house up in there. There's the little she shed, the little boathouse, and this is Marvin walking across the top of the gabion cages. When it was that big high tide and this storm, the water had completely went over those gabion cages. I mean, like standing water. And luckily we didn't have those strong waves there at us. See, the ivy's even still there in the sand and all. So the gabion cages and the sandbar really helped out. So that boat ramp was made just to go over dry sand, not to launch a boat there at the end of it. But we could launch a boat there at the end of it now. As funny as that is, how things change. We only meant that as a drive, to drive off onto the dry sand, onto the wet sand that's packed, and do a surf launch. But things have changed now. You can literally launch a boat there. You see how far the waves took debris up onto the boat ramp there. Gabion cages there, and they are continuing the backfill in behind them right now, doing their job, actually improving our area. There's all down through there in front of the subdivision. There's looking down towards the gabion cages the other way. Well, there's going to be some still shots here taken and posted by the local crisis management or rescue there in our municipality. Check these pictures out. This is up in town and along the shore at some other places and along the barangays there. So as you watch these, I'm just going to close this video out. So there you go. This right here, that is just down from where the market is there in town. That is where the city tried to build a retaining wall as well, and it's made to break those waves. All right, well, there you have it right there. Wish all these people in prayers the best of luck. They already have a very rough life, especially right now with the pandemic. They're not hardly able to work. They're not hardly able to go out. They're limited on sources for food and all. And now they've had this and lost personal property. It has to be a very hard time in their lives. So if you want to help those people there, donate to the Philippine Red Cross. That would be a big help, and you got a little bit you can spare. I suggest, donate to the Philippine Red Cross. That would be a big appreciation. Take care, everyone, and keep these people in your prayers. God bless.